Well, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try to walk you through cleaning this Ruger LCP 380. So hopefully this works, and trying a new base for my camera and holder, so let's see if this will work. Okay. There we go. So first thing we need to do, which I've already done, is drop my magazine. Just simply do that with this by pushing the magazine release. That'll make sure it's clear. You never want to slide the rail back first because that would be loading your magazine gun, and then now that you drop the magazine, see, no magazine. Drop the magazine. Tiny little button right there will lock the slide back. Just push it up good. Now it's locked. Next step to pull the slide is going to be to pull that tiny little bolt right there. I got tools right here right next to me. So we'll get this tiny screwdriver out and see if we can get this screw to come out. And I've never cleaned this gun. It's a brand new gun. I just got it last week at auction. Shot it on Saturday for the first time. So I got it pop free. I'm going to carefully pull this pin, set it on the towel here. And now I'll release the slide, pull it forwards, and voila. I got the bottom, which clearly is quite dirty. So whoever had this before did not clean it. You can see all the carbon buildup right there. And then, all the buildup in there, which will explain why this thing kept jamming on me. So, I'm going to just start with the lower. I got cleaner / lube right here. Some Remington. I'm going to soak it down a bit. Probably excessive, but there we go. Now I got the firing pin up. Okay. So now I'm going to take my wire brush here. This is nylon. And I'm going to give it a good scrub here. Now this is some shop towel that I brought in from the garage, and it works really good at getting stuff off. So I do have white cloths that go on it when we do the barrel here, but this lower part, I think I'm going to try this shop towel. They work really good at cleaning stuff. It'll get the oil back out. Look how dirty that was. Can you see? Wow. Whoever had this gun before did not maintain it worth a darn. And I should have really cleaned this before we went to the range, but I wanted to see how it was going to do. And the gun worked, it just kept jamming, and as dirty as it is, I see why. So, sorry, I'm recording here. I'm going to wire brush up this, or this nylon brush. There we go. See in there really well. And this nylon brush getting there good and clean. This is the hammer that fires the weapon, so I want it good and clean. Try to get, now you don't want to leave an excessive amount of oil in the gun because and you get dirt and stuff building up in it. You just want enough to keep it from sticking and help lube everything up. And I'm no gun expert for sure, but I've shot enough in my life to know how to clean them and maintain them. Now if I take one of these white cloths, you'll probably go, wow, that's really dirty. And I'll probably do the same thing, but take some of these with this guy here. And now I can clean up right in there and get it good and clean. And the game is to get this gun cleaned and make sure it's good and serviceable. Ooh, that's tiny. Tiny, tiny. Especially when you compare it to the other guns I got right here next to me I'm going to clean next. This is my smallest by far. Little pocket Ruger 380 little guy. I need to clean that right there. See the carbon buildup? It should be silver colored in there. So what I'm going to grab is an actual wire brush here. A little wire brush that I can run in there. Oh, there we go. Trying to get that carbon back off of there, and there's a lot. So bear with me here. I gotta have it over so I can see where I'm doing here. So, sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. Trying to get this clean, which is filthy. Sorry, I should turn that camera so you can see me a little bit better. There we go. It's a balancing act. A little carbon here. Let's see here. Ouch. There we go. Get that good clean. See now the difference? It's clean. Shiny. And now I'm just wiping it up. Put those back in the case over here I got. And if you're curious, I got a full case, three full cases, but one's for my rifles, so just wire brushes and such that you can buy at any sporting goods store. And those that once you buy them, they should last you a lifetime. You just gotta make sure you get one with multiple sizes for the different barrel sizes. So now I'm pretty happy with how clean this bottom is. That hammer seems to be working a little bit better now. Just trying to get the last bit of carbon buildup off this thing, so I know it's good and clean, and that it'll fire properly when I go to the range next time, which might be this weekend. Father's Day plans to go shooting with my brother, if he can find a spot where he can go shoot his toys. Okay, so we got the bottom done, so we'll just set it aside and we'll just pull the top here with a slide. And it is filthy, filthy, filthy. And to pull it apart more, you'd have to pull the pin and stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Oh, no, I am doing that today. Okay. Wow, let's start with this barrel. Look how dirty this thing is. The slide. Wow. Where'd that screwdriver go? So I can push up that. I might need to pull this all the way apart so I can. Nope. Okay. Just making sure my firing pin's coming through, see? I'll throw some oil on that good. So let's just actually start with this part here. The slide. Get some of this carbon buildup off. Again, I'm going to take that wire brush or nylon brush. Get in there and clean it. This is why it was jamming. It was so dirty. This thing was filthy, filthy, filthy. Gotta maintain your guns. Gotta clean them regularly, or they won't function properly. You gotta get the right cleaners. Oh my! I can feel the grime coming off of my fingers here. That's how bad it is. See if I can get some oil down in there to that firing pin and that spring in there. That's why I like these blue shop towels for doing this, because it'll get all this oil off and leave the residue, so it'll still work like it should, but it'll leave it lubed, so it takes the excess stuff off. And then I want to get all that grime and gunk out of there. And clean this really well. And if I need to, I'll grab another towel. Go back over it again and again and again until I'm happy with how clean it is. Look how dirty that is. This must not have been ever cleaned. Whoever shot it before, did not own it before, did not maintain it worth a darn. But we're gonna remedy that, and we are. I'm going to make sure my surface here, right here where the firing pin is. I don't know if you can see it real well right in there. My firing pin. I want to make sure that's all really well and clean. Actually, I'm going to grab this guy right here. Looks like it'd be the right size. Just get a wire ran over it good. Don't worry, I'm not going to damage the firing pin. It's pushed back. But I'm getting all that carbon buildup off there so that when the bullets slide into the chamber, they'll slide in properly and I won't have misfires like I did last time I tried to fire this thing. And when it misfires, it jams and does not work properly. Now the problem with getting right up in here, this is such a tiny little gun, and getting into some of the spaces is really hard. So I'll take this tiny little screwdriver I got and carefully put it with the towel so I can get in there and get all that cleaned up. I don't want to scratch the metal, I just want to clean it. I don't want to damage it. So I'm going to be very careful to make sure I use this thicker shop towel and get in there. But I want to make sure I get in there so that there isn't gunk and stuff left in there around the firing pin, and that it all works properly. So I'm getting up in there around the firing pin, clean it good. We're exercising it with that spring. Now that looks a lot. There's one more corner I want to try to get in there. Looks a lot better. And guess what? If the gun's maintained and cleaned properly, it will fire properly. Like I said, when we test fired these, they were jamming something fierce, so gotta get the slide gun clean, where it slides right there, right in there. I want to make sure that's good and clean. Where is the wire brush? A wire brush. Just want to make sure it all is clean well. I don't want carbon buildup left in here or any other problems to deal with later. Okay, I think the slide's good and clean. Now we'll move on to the spring here in just a second. Okay, so set the slide there, the spring just comes apart. There's two springs. We're going to clean this. Wow. We're going to put cleaner on that and then clean it. It was bad. See, it should not be that dark a color. If I can get a wire brush on it. Just trying to get the carbon buildup, and that's what that black stuff is a carbon buildup off this stuff, so it all proper functions. Carbon buildup will slow a gun down and make it not work right. Some things that you can fix, some things you cannot. Just trying to get this good and clean. And you can tell when the carbon's gone because you can feel it. It's smoother. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's nice and smooth and nice and clean. Very important. Take my little white guys here and do the white glove test here. See? White glove test approved. So then we'll put the springs back on here. One that's got two sets, a smaller one and a larger one. If I can get them to play nice together, and they just slide over each other. I'm going to lube them as best I can by lubing up my fingers. So I want them working good. Okay. I'll dry that back off so I don't have excessive oil on there. Okay. Now we got the barrel, which, as you can see, is quite filthy. If I had a light, I'd shine it in there. Should be able to see down that barrel clear, and it is not. So let's start with the outside of this guy, and then we'll work on the inside here. Lube it all up one time, and oh, I can feel the stuff just coming already off. Okay, we'll start with the brush. See if I can get any more off this carbon off here. Just scrub, scrub, scrub. Yep, it's time consuming. I don't know if I have a brush big enough for that. Take that pistol case. See the brown. This has not been cleaned very good in a long, long time. We'll remedy that today. Okay, the belt outside's a little better. Sorry, no music, nothing fancy to go with this. Wire brush, go through here and get the tiny spaces that I can with that big one. white glove test. Oh, there we go. We're getting it. Next thing we'll clean is the barrel itself. As soon as I get out here done. Get some soil back down off of this barrel. See if I can clean in here at all. That's a tight space. Take the tiny screwdriver, get in there, and get a white cloth in there. And just trying to get it clean. Oh, look at all that gunk. Whew. Just feed some of this through there. Can you see? And keep cleaning this thing. There we go. Persistence pays off. It was nasty brown in there. It was full of carbon buildup and dirt and gunk and nothing good. So the outside is looking good now. And now let's go down the barrel. The nylon won't do much. Test. So put it up to the light and it should be just spiral clear. So we can get it to do it and hit the camera at all. There we go. See how it was black before? So we'll just keep scrubbing on that until we get that down. And this time we'll bust out this kit over here, this 4 pistols. See if I can find one big enough for this guy. There we go. Comes with this handle, and it comes with the terry cloth holder too for drying it. I know this video is getting long, but you want to go the full length of the barrel all the way through and back out the other side, just like so. And doing the light test. Ooh, yeah. You put it up to the light, it should be shiny in there, all the way through there. So I'm going to put a little bit more cleaner in there. Well, probably more than I need, but stuff's working good. So and I'm going all the way through, all the way out. And you might have to do it quite a few times depending on how dirty the gun is. And this one seems to be quite dirty. And this kit also has barrel cleaners as such. Is this one too big for this barrel? Yeah, let's go with the smaller one. And see in this kit, what does it? Yeah, 9mm, 0.38, 0.357, 40s. This kit does quite a few guns. I'm pretty sure I got it at Cabela's, but I'm sure Shield sells them too. Just gotta make sure you know your caliber of your weapon. And woo, get the right one. Look how dirty my hand is now from the carbon buildup in this thing. This one was bad down this barrel. Woo. I'm going to send a few of these cloths down this until that's clean. So just bear with me. I know. Videos get long. I don't usually do videos this long. But my barrel's dirty. Boom. Now can you see? Boom. We looked down at the first time, it was black. because that was all that carbon buildup. Now we look down it and it's shiny. I'll run a few more of these cloths down it. Take this guy off him. Here. Put this guy on. This tip holds the cleaning towels. These are the white guys. And I got a ton of them, so I might as well use them. Trying to just get it on there. Oop. Okay. Down the barrel we go. Make sure you're rubbing both sides good. Okay. Now I'm going to take this guy here because it's small enough to fit through. Take a few of these white cloths, run it down this barrel. If it'll let me. It won't let me. Dang it. Just a little too big. Okay. I'm going to grab another one of these because my hands are filthy now. Okay, reassembly time. So I'll take and create myself a garbage pile here. Okay. Carefully slide that back in. So it goes in, and then it drops back up in there. And we gotta get our spring back into place. Wish I could have got that a little better, but whatever. I can take one of these gloss. See, some I don't like, so I'm cleaning it real quick. Sorry. This is the time when the pistol's all apart to get all that gunk out. See? Because I don't know if that gunk's hindering this gun at all, but I'm going to make sure it's clean when I put it back together again. Okay, so the spring, you got the spring part and the pin. Spring goes in there here. And you got to force it forwards, and bam. Catches right there in a niche. So, I gotta wipe my hands off there, filthy with oil and grease from the gun being so dirty. Okay, put the slide back on. Gotta start all the way down at the bottom. And you get the grooves to line up. And I'll slide this all the way. Oh, my hands are slick. Okay, let's slide this all the way back. I'll lock it in place. Put my pen back in. And hopefully it goes in no problems. And that is it put back together again. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep going. Thanks, and God bless.